When you hear people talking about how much they love Jesus, have you ever wondered what Jesus are they talking about? You know, the Jesus of the Bible is different from any other person that has ever walked the face of the earth. It's interesting to know that during the first century when Jesus was alive, that the name Jesus was a quite common name. In fact, many men were named Jesus. And so when the apostles began to preach about Jesus and his sacrifice on the cross, they had to explain which Jesus they were talking about. And so the apostles on the day of Pentecost in Acts chapter 2 would say Jesus of Nazareth. And then they would refer to him as this Jesus. And they would explain the one who went about doing good and healing the sick and preaching about the kingdom. They would say this Jesus. And so often I wonder when I hear people express what they believe the Bible teaches or what they think that God is okay with. And somehow it almost always gets back to, it's okay for me to just kind of live and worship God the way I want to. And Jesus is okay with that. And so I ask the question, what Jesus are they talking about? See, in John chapter 14, verse 15, Jesus made a very simple statement. He said, if you love me, keep my commandments. If Jesus came to this earth as God, lived a life of a human being, which would have been a downgrade for him, and was then beaten, mistreated, crucified on a cross and killed, just so you and I could have salvation, how is it reasonable to believe that we can live pretty much however we feel like it's okay, and Jesus will be okay with it when he has sacrificed so much to give us the opportunity? No, quite the contrary. This Jesus is the one who says, if you love me, you keep my commandments. In other words, if you really love me, don't just say you love me. Read my word, know my word, and then do what my word tells you to do. It's not an option as to whether you like it or not, or whether it feels comfortable to you or not. The Word of God, the Holy Bible, is the guidebook. It's the standard for which you and I must live up to if we love Jesus. It is the law of morality in which we have to abide by and hold ourselves up to the best of our ability. Not just live the way we want to, be able to do and say and act in ways that are pleasing just to ourselves. But we must always seek to please Jesus, the one we say we love. Because this Jesus will accept no less. He will not tolerate a half-hearted effort on our part to do what we think is okay with him and what we rather he just accept from us. But rather we must read his word, come to know it, and then live our lives by it. And when we fall short, ask for his forgiveness, but pick ourselves back up again and go at it again. That's the Jesus that I love. That's the Jesus who gave his life for me. And that's why it is no big deal for me to give my life for him. I trust that you come to know this Jesus. May God bless you.